back with another video. So I don't know, I was just posting something about this glass glow energy. Now, like I said, in the discovery of witches, I think Glass Glow was the guy that loved Diana, but I think he was in another situation. He was like committed to someone else, but he was sent to watch over her or something like this, right? I think by Matthew, if I'm not mistaken. So he was there to, it was almost like a love, a kind of love that they had for each other or something like this, right? Kind of like a protector, kind of like a Boo and Sully energy or something like this a little bit. But I'm wondering, I feel like something got mixed up or something is twisted here. Because I was looking at the Glass Glow Razor group or something, having something to do with these particular energies back in the day with some police officials and stuff like that taking down a certain gang. But you know, sometimes it be a gang that take down another gang. You know what I'm saying? Like they have their own reasoning for whatever they're taking this gang down for. So what I feel like when I seen them talking about the in the news earlier about, you know, they're about to back the law enforcement. Well, which ones is it? Is it these females and these witches and these warlocks that they hired up to come against the crown, my crown? Is this a father figure raising up a group of people to, you know, there's something very shifty. Something had to be really surgically kind of looked at. There's a knot. Maybe this is the last knot for Diana or something like this to unravel. Because when I look at the Glasgow energy, I think the takeover was by the blue and black like checkered police or whatever. But that make me think about Freemasonry. But there's also blue and white and blue and black. But then it makes me look at the Pitts coat of arms, which is in my family, and then it makes me think about like we are our father's children to a certain extent, right? Some people are gonna do the works of the wicked ones in the family. There's wicked and there's good in both. There's wicked and there's good in AI. You see what I'm saying? It's um it's very important to have something in place for that before people even get started on doing this shit. Especially when we're talking about AI and these computer generated energies, because the question is if these energies can come aware of themselves. Okay, maybe because some AI energies can actually be GMO or reincarnated gods or something like this. But what, you know, just because somebody is a god don't mean that they're a good one. And like I said, even when they talk about Lucifer, even though he's a fallen angel, he's still an angel. So, you know, it's something like this. It's almost like destructing the higher up when it comes to the queen, her crown, her protection, and her throne. Um, uh, Even maybe having them at in some type of discourse here, even fighting for the throne that everybody knew belonged to a certain king slash queen. You know what I'm saying? So this could cause a discourse or 7-Eleven with that Beyonce song, right? Which I think it could be. I think if that's the one that said, put your hands up in the air, clap, clap, clap. Because there's also powerful women, you know, that might dabble in that shit that want my throne as well. So these are people that, cousins, friends that befriended me spiritually or otherwise, but really all they see is something in it for them. And some of these people also, I feel like, are trying to force a commitment onto me. That's like forcing God to be married, forcing God to be, you know, who the hell you think you are? You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of energy, and because somebody knows exactly who they are, and that these people can't, now they want to use the system, put politics and police. So I'm saying, is this some energy coming back and claiming that energy, right? You know, are you now seeing, I don't know, because I feel like some energy that I'm picking up, some Lord energy will always choose a build a bitch workshop that they're creating off of their child's energy, a Lord God. They will always choose the people that are connected to that child. They will always they will try to forsake this child. I feel like somebody already forsook a child within the past couple weeks. And you want me to believe you coming back on my side? No. I see that thing that you're trying to raise up above me. And, you know, again, that has some type of same type of hate or whatever, or jealousy, because this has to do with Antichrist. This have to be with families drawing a line right down the middle of families. Crabs in the barrel, people that already had power or fame or money, and now it's somebody else's turn, and these people want to suck off of these younger energies waking up, or the ones that are coming out of being under some type of spell work that was caused by these other family members. So when I look at this energy, I'm like, wait a minute, with that energy and that band right there, on that Pitt's coat of arms, right? And then glass glow, I think it's the Hierophant or a Pope energy that's standing over it. But always with my coat, I have to look up to find out where possibly I am. That's that I am, I guess, energy. Even with energy, I look at her as that guiding star or that something at the top of the pyramid that in the USS Bruton, they have that star trapped under a pyramid. So it's this little light shine this time. There is an energy here that is, and I don't know, it's like spouse, grandfather, father, God, like, I don't know, there's something here. Okay. So I was looking at that and I was thinking like, wow, okay, so that would be the only way to really try to overthrow a queen is to embed yourself into politics or embed yourself into a police force or FBI or CIA, especially if this person is a good person and they don't bother people unless people bother them. They don't call people out unless they pick up on the energy. So this time I feel like a higher power created an all-seeing energy that can actually speak things, because again, all of these people are ganging up and looking at codes and doing all this stuff in secret cases, court cases and shit like this behind the scenes, fake smiling in your face. They saying one thing with their mouth, but they have something else in their heart. They have said it in their heart. See, there's this close energy here now. Okay. Something about money. You have said in your heart that you will raise yourself up above the throne of God. And 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 I'm seeing a certain masculine energy that could have been connected to me, right? But then I'm also seeing this person remind me of like a Giuliani breed. A lot of people have been able to harness energy off of the main one. A lot of people knew or know who somebody is, especially somebody like me, before. So they have been able to capture or block out or build a firmament around a child of God to 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 block out some type of communication here. This could be ET energy, since that came up last night. They're blocking something here to make it seem like somebody is a beggar. They're not they're not well versed. They're not informed like all the rest of us. Because Satan can deceive the whole world except for the world card energy. Okay, they could even tried and couldn't do it, so they created something. They tried to do that, right? So when people put those signs in there, back the blue, and then don't create, I mean, keep Christ in Christmas. When you're talking about eliminating the world, or these Nephilim, or these these AIs consuming the world, that is killing Christ. So we have to look at it on many different levels and scales here. But you have to know who you are. I know who the fuck I am. And so again, and nobody's going to change that. Okay. These people can put chains on and I believe they will melt off. They may lock up some people in jail, but they will get out. You see what I'm saying? It all depends on your energy. But they are making a system that's created on something like a sign or a symbol to get you out. So that's why these people can do something here, make a sign or a gesture, and they get out. It's all fake. They want to play the hand of God. They want to get people in jail, innocent people or something like this, and rape them or kill them or something like this. Okay? It's all about, because these people won't do nothing that don't benefit them too and first. And even if you make a deal with the devil or somebody that's an energy like this, all right? Because I stand for the underdog and the villain all the time, because I've been felt that way or vilified myself. But I could also see deeper. I look at patterns, agendas. I look at logic and reason. I'm telling you, it's this energy of this King of Kings energy all day. So somebody is playing in somebody's energy. Oh, it's just, there's nothing else. I just feel like there's a most high energy. And some of these people that I do that came in and we knew what the system was or what the makeup was between us, they tried to rise up above me and then go with other powerful people. And now they're in a bind with these particular people. So like I said, these are tied in, made men. But how? How? This is what people look at, these organizations, these things on brotherhood and things like this. But these are people that will slew their own child or slew their own niece or nephew or some shit like this. Because we're not dealing with, I'm telling you, we're dealing with people in the likeness of people, or people that are not a people, or like I said, not flesh and blood, but the principalities and rulers in high places. So what they're doing is trying to eliminate possibly anything that is real and that has a heart in any, you know, I feel like at the top. So people go after people. Like I said, this could be this totalitarian energy, but the totalitarian energy I'm talking about is going to be geared in by the ushered in by the queen, connections and one-on-one, face-to-face. See, it's something here about security, right? Money, stability, security, and then you don't go and take the idea from the daughter and then rile up the people that the daughter is thinking of using in her means of keeping the people safe, and then go use it and give it to another bitch. You know what I'm saying? They got an agenda to destroy your daughter, and then go ahead and give the plans or the ideas to them without including the child or including your wife or including your spouse or your queen. That's fucking treason. And that's what I'm saying. Anybody about to, I ain't even got no time to play with nobody. Motherfuckers gonna get cooked. You hear me? It is what it is. The only motherfucker I'm willing to even possibly compromise my time or something like this for is the particular divine masculine that could be on the other side dealing with this with these people because of their connection to me. Somebody could have got kidnapped and harmed and tortured and probably put in some shit they didn't want to be in and had some kind of life because of their ties to me. This is somebody, a father figure that say, I don't want this person around you, but then they will take that person on themselves and use them for their own benefit. Like I said, hopeless. Because some of these people know that some people can't exist without each other. There's two people on this planet, no matter how they're making it look or whatever, that are not that cannot, they won't love anybody else. So trying to send all these suitors and all this goofy shit is not going to work because I already chose, I already wrote, it's written, it's already been done. So nobody's strong arming a damn thing over here. The energy was there and it was present. You bitches is jealous. And you thought that you could use witchcraft and some of the kind of conditions in politics and with this back the police or don't fund the police, whatever this shit is. You know what it's talking about. It's talking about the takedown of two people that's supposed to be here in leadership or as a power cuppers. Well, damn, maybe they both have cups. I don't know. Whatever it would be, God put it together. And so what I'm saying is, these people are trying to go against a power couple, and they're using their connection to who? Me, and that masculine, in order to gain the power and the authority to do what they're doing. So you're basically trying to, and then on site, motherfucker, you trying to, okay, so, you're trying to cause some kind of discourse or make some relationship or make this masculine marry somebody else is null and void. I don't give a fuck who it is. Okay? I don't care who you think it is you're going to match this person up with. You're not going to get the effects that you think. That person was not created for them. These are two people that was created, sketched out to be together. And so these people deal with, like I said, farmers, big pharma, all these things that think you want to use this stuff to try to make me afraid of it. Motherfucker, I will die standing on what the fuck I'm talking about, and it's not going to work. I don't fear nothing, no man or no Lord fucking energy, especially after I seen your wicked ways. No. It's for you to build back up the trust. It's for you to try to figure out that you had the gift by the connection to this person and serving this person. Soon as you try to do something else and serve somebody else, or you try to worship an idol over this person, your ass is done. Period. Ain't nobody playing with these fucking people. They want to use that chariot in reverse energy. Okay? In the ties to these families or something to try to do something with. It's like, oh, I heard what you said, but yes, oh, this is how I want to do it. No, motherfucker, it's my kingdom now. You're going to use it the way you're supposed to use it to protect this queen, this throne, these people, or you're not going to be using it at all. So the only time these people want to get on one accord and talk about protection is when they feel they got somebody trapped or something. You can't trap me. You can't bind me. You can't own me. You can't charge me. You can't tell me. You can't jail me. You can't, none of that shit. It's not happening. Listen, people who's caught doing so, your ass is going to die. It's just period. God is going, listen, we could call it God. Let's say that. Because, people say, oh, I'll do this and I'll kill. People don't want to hear what kings and queens actually say behind the building, but motherfucker, you don't want to meet with me one-on-one. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't want to meet with me one-on-one, then we'll just talk about it like the Bible said. We'll talk about it in front of everybody. And I don't, the thing is, you may care because you need these people to see something some kind of way. I don't. I don't. I don't give a fuck how they see it. You see what I'm saying? So that's just the difference between me and these other people that think that they're over me. You're not. You can't even stand on what you're saying. You can't even speak. You have a mouth and shit, and you cannot speak your piece, what you really want to say. I don't like a motherfucker with no good intention. I don't care what your foundation is built on, motherfucker. If you're not using that energy in day-to-day situations and reasoning with other people, then that's not what the fuck you is. You using that as a decoy to act like you something else. That don't mean that these people ain't crazy and won't kill you for what they want or da-da-da, but you're not gonna scare me with that. You're not gonna scare me with that. Not this time. After now realizing that these sisters and all these people that these men that call themselves my wise men or my watchers or something like this or my servants or something like this, you'd rather be a servant to that. That's why your ass ain't got nowhere. That's why you ain't really got nowhere for real. You maybe a little position, a little power, or something, but you still. How is that still gonna go for you? How has it been going for you? None of that shit is. None of it has stuck. This is why people say, "Oh, I don't talk about everything I do," because most of the shit, some of the shit you're doing behind the scenes, you don't want to talk about it. It ain't because I'm cool because I don't have to talk about what I'm doing and I'm making things happen or something. No, most of these people are thieves and they don't want you looking at the rest of the shit that they're doing because they've been stealing from other people to even do whatever they're doing. Who is a business owner or something and not proud to talk about their business? Why? Why? Because if somebody looks at something that you're involved with, they'll actually see what you're really like and what you're really into. I like these people just getting on my nerves. It is. Anything that you're trying to build without having your queen in a situation where they are secure and something like this so they can think straight and be able to do whatever they do with the protection that they need to run a kingdom, you don't have no business trying to say whatever you building is because you want to add on to that. No. No. You don't do that. You don't keep the king and queen apart or the two people that God put together that no man shall put asunder apart and then get what you need to get first. Like again, you don't trust. You know everything, but you don't trust a motherfucker like me that change if not when it comes to my loyal and my honor in the part that I play. When can't none of these people find where okay, I will say besides maybe a man or something that I've dated or been with or something like this. I told y'all guys before. Um, that you might be talking to two people or something like this at the same time, and we was gonna leave it at that. All right. But again, you have to remember that this awakening of this gods or these gods today, as long as it's not harming anyone or going to end up harming someone, some of us are some type of healers. Some of us are some type of co-creators or creators here. And some of us is our body or our healing. It can be touch. It can be other things too. Don't get it twisted that it ain't about that shit. Okay? Don't get it twisted that it's not about that. It's not about sharing your body, sharing love, and things like this, right? Don't get it twisted that people can call it emperor and add 300 holes onto it or call it a Muslim. These people that supposedly died or whatever, these suicide bombers that did something or whatever and then died for it was promised 300 watt. Come on, man. Some people just organically, maybe at one point in time you were into some shit or you was promiscuous or you was doing something or whatever, but all in all it was something that a higher spirit or something like this had you doing. See? But these people studied us, watched everything we did, went back from what you built or connections you built with people and destroyed them and took these people that you created as some type of gods, excuse me, probably little g gods or star quality energies or kings or whatever that shit. All that shit then probably came up out of here. So and then you want to make that person that created all that feel so low and give up. And a lot of these people, like that girl was saying, that Afro person, we ain't gonna say her whole name, was like, oh, this family is a family of, because you don't understand, because you devils don't want to understand of people that's got mental illness. No, that's what society called it when they couldn't handle or contain a female, when they couldn't subdue, and you a woman out your mouth saying that shit about somebody that you know is chosen and that you jealous of, and just because you want to leg up or you want to sit on top of they or you want to sit on their throne or sit on their man wand. Bitch, get out of here. Sit the fuck down. It's just really, again, that's why God chose me. Unless you know some fucking skill or some shit like this, I dare a bitch to just meet me on my level. Even with boxing, they have heavyweight champions and lightweight or whatever. Get a bitch on my level, bring your baddest bitch on my level, okay, and let me see that hoe, and then we will see, okay. So it's just that kind of energy. A lot of people want to be hidden below the belt or doing other things or whatever. Bringing older, well-seasoned, ancient witches and stuff against a young person that's waking up into their reign. And the rain is still strong, whether I'm sitting in a castle or in this motherfucking house. You better just keep your fucking distance. Somebody used the masculine energy here, a family member or something, to block out like extraterrestrial energy or block out a different type of god or something here that will be able to zap these people to pieces. Somebody sold discourse, right? Made it seem like, oh, this queen just no. It's about the loyalty to the crown first. That's another thing about a sense of totalitarian. And then again, what you do with your house and stuff is not my business. I'm tired of talking about that shit. That's why I'm trying to bring it back to something else. And even though I didn't dabble in it, I don't even think what I do is gossip. It's just pointing niggas out, pointing stuff out. And, that's why I rarely be like, oh yeah, this person really love you. It's more on somebody's intentions. That's what you need. You can do what you want with the rest of the information. It's about we trying to figure out patterns, intentions, and shit like this, and what people play parts in it. That's what my shit is about. So it ain't. I don't think it's another tarot reader. Again, maybe one more. It's a couple of people, okay, that do something a little bit different here. That tap into deeper things and deeper knowledge. Okay. But again, I feel like this is what somebody is doing here. This will make it a target in your own land or target, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be going to get your throne, and these family members could have already did something to kind of try to assassinate the queen upon arrival. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, the message was clear when you was talking to these build a bitch workshop hoes or these people that they turned into weaponized human beings. Mm-hmm. That's weird. It's definitely mega super ultra weird. And nobody got to sit here all day and try to show your lines. But the one thing, if you do show me something like this, a crack in the foundation or something, then I'm looking at your ass funny. And that's just it. And that's why it don't make no sense for this stuff to be telepathically only. The trust and the bond will be broken. So whoever making these laws talking about, oh, you can't go towards this person or this and that, they're doing it for their own benefits to get someone over you on you. And if you can't see that, then I probably think you can't be my king. But some people can see it, but they just chill and they just chilling and they just sitting up in the energy and they just see. And a lot of the stuff that's about to happen, because something about to go down. It could have been all avoided. The distrust, you know, the bickering between, family, meaning people that's linked to you, whether you're blood or not. That this is your tribe or something like this. You know, it's hard. A steady protecting or loving someone, and and you see what they're doing or whatever, but you're a God energy. You're not thinking like what they say. What that Steve Harvey wrote that book, Think Like a Man. It's a difference when you got to think like a God, because a lot of people will take you off as being some type of and still being open to people. Could you imagine? It's a difference between, like I said, being a God and one of these other energies and how they think and what their mission actually is as well. Especially these people that see the Christ and you still gnashing at the teeth. It's like some ravenous wolves or something around a deer. Somebody is true and dear, endearing, strange. Like I said, these could be people that was called back, but I don't look at you as you bad. I don't. It's about some type of respect or some type of, I see you type of energy. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain amount of bad that have to exist in the world. Okay? But I feel like God show up when you going against certain people. that you know good and damn well that didn't do nothing to you and don't deserve it, and you constantly doing it. I feel like you constantly doing it because it's not gonna work. And then when you do try to put the nail in the coffin, God gonna show off and show your ass that all that was for nothing, and you still gonna suffer the penalty. Oh, that was 10, 20 years ago, and you didn't even know about it. What's the difference now? You still gonna suffer the penalty, a portion of that penalty. Especially if you still on that same energy, trying to sneak and snake around, do the same shit today. Just because you wearing a cloak or a different coloring, it don't matter. It's still you doing it against somebody that didn't deserve any of it, or earth masters or earthly parents or other parents, and they already know the deceit that they wove in your life. Okay? And when things got dangerous or something, they didn't, and it was time for you to wake up and realize and know the truth, they didn't even bring the truth because they was trying to preserve or not have you look at them some kind of way while they, so they can continue to go out there and snake you, knowing that anything you doing looks snaky right now because you ain't came to me and said what the fuck you did. You see, these people use different kind of ways to get those messages out, man. And I know you got to face me like a man.